back to another video. So today's video is going to be the first one in a little series of festive, like Christmassy videos. So today's video is going to be a survival guide to, the holidays with fibromyalgia, basically. I think the family situation is really like the hardest part for me personally, and I think it's the hardest part for a lot of people. You see a lot of extended family that you don't normally see, and people who are not like in on your daily life and who will ask like kind of hard questions, and it's just gonna be a bit meh. Okay, the first point is you come first, and you have to make sure during this period that you are looking after yourself extra, like more than you normally are looking after yourself. In order to avoid flaring and in order for you to actually be able to do the things you want to do, it's really important that you make sure that you are like taking your meds correctly, that you are looking after yourself, that you are resting, that you are looking after your skin, looking after your mental health, that you are eating the right foods and drinking enough water and doing all of these things. It's just mostly to avoid burning out, Christmas time and the holidays are a time of giving and being kind and sharing love, and I think that's an amazing thing. But don't give more than you have to give, and don't forget to love yourself and to be kind to yourself, because we sometimes forget to do that. Point number 2 is you don't owe anybody an explanation or a justification or an excuse or anything. You are your own person, and you have the right to decide whether you want to do something or you don't, or whether that thing is going to be harmful or detrimental to your health or not. And you are the only one who gets to choose whether you do something or not. Be assertive and make sure that you are protecting yourself and protecting your needs. Obviously, you at the end of the day always have a choice, and saying no to a thing here and there might help you be able to go and do things that you actually want to do and that are more important to you. Number 3 is only commit to doing things that you actually want to do. And this obviously ties in with the last one. The reason why it's a different one is that the guilt, okay? You don't have to feel guilty about not doing something. If you feel like that is not working and that is not going to be good for you, you get to say no, like I said just now. And if your family or anybody around you is making you feel guilty about not going to a dinner or an event or a party or whatever, those people who make us feel guilty about not living up to their standards should honestly feel guilty about being unsupportive of our health and being like unhelpful to us. I know obviously it's really hard with family to do that, but you have to make sure that you are respecting your needs and your limitations and what you want to do and what is safe for you. You just have to show them that they have to respect your wishes, even if they don't agree with them. Number 4 is have a go-to story that you can tell if you don't want to talk about your health condition or feel uncomfortable about it, or if you don't want your health to be the center of attention and the only thing that people are going to talk to you all night. You and your partner or your friend or whoever is going with you, if you are going with somebody to an event or a party or whatever, make sure that you both have a story and you're like, okay, so this is our story today, and we're just gonna say this in case people ask me. And sometimes if you're trying to avoid certain conversation topics, it's important to have other topics that you are comfortable talking about to like divert the attention to. Have some conversation topics ready for like diverting the attention, and to make sure that you have things that you are comfortable talking about to other people that don't involve your health or what you've been up to, or things that are like uncomfortable for you to discuss with people that you either don't know very well or who you just are not comfortable with. Number 5 is have an emergency kit ready and have it with you as much as possible. An emergency kit could be, spare medication, spare painkillers. If you wear contact lenses, having your glasses with you so you can take them out if they're bothering you. Think about the things that you normally need and that normally like bother you. Another example is like an extra jacket or a blanket in your car so that you can, if you get really cold, you can have that extra thing with you, or maybe a mobility aid. And also if you have medication regularly, have that with you like on your person all the time if you go to something, and if it's at the time that you need to take it, like at dinner or whatever, and have it in like a little container so that it's a bit more discreet and you don't have to like whip out a box of medication or like make a big fuss about it. Number 6 is wear comfortable clothes and shoes, and make sure that like the clothing tags don't bother you, that you have enough layers, that if it's cold you're warm enough, but if it gets hot you can take them off and still be comfortable and look nice. the way you want to look. Something is bothering you, it'll make you tired faster, so consider that. Number 7 is bring your own food or drink, or make sure that there are options that are viable for you if you're going to something where food is going to be involved. A lot of us don't eat certain things, or certain things make us feel uncomfortable or bloated or sick. Make sure that you have options that you can eat so you don't miss out and you're not like the odd person that's not eating anything at a Christmas dinner. I find that bringing like your own cake that fits within your dietary restrictions but is still really yummy and nice is a really nice touch. People will want to try it, and you are sharing something with them that they think makes you different, but actually it can unite you, you know? So they're like, oh, okay, so gluten-free cakes aren't awful. It might be a good opportunity to spread a little awareness and to share something, a different experience with people who might not have experienced that kind of food or drink before. Number 8 is plan ahead, and this is so important. This is involved in basically everything. Make sure that you know what you're getting into, what the situation entails. Do you need anything specific? Make sure you know what is happening, and make sure you are prepared for a lot of situations. Is there somewhere to sit? How does the parking work? Will the parking be very far away from the event? How does that all work? Are there facilities to accommodate your disability if you have one, or your chronic illness? What's gonna happen? What do you need? And make sure you prepare for like a few situations. It just means that you will avoid a few unpleasant surprises, hopefully. Number 9 is have somewhere where you can retreat to. So if you are going to an event, a lot of us get sensory overload, like I just mentioned in my previous video, and a lot of us have like a few symptoms that honestly just sitting by ourselves in a dark room, or like just sitting by ourselves somewhere where it's not noisy, can decrease those symptoms. So if you are feeling a bit overwhelmed, or there's too much noise, or you just like want to chill for like 5 minutes on your own, make sure you know where the bathroom is, or is there a spare room that you can use that has a door that you can close so you can be by yourself and you can just breathe so that you can get back out there and make it through the rest of the evening. Number 10 is have an escape plan, and this sounds awful, but it's very important actually. Make sure you know how you're getting out of there if you need to get out of there. So if you're going to an event and you're driving yourself there, make sure you have somebody that can pick you up if you need to, or can drive you home if you need to, with minimal fuss. That won't make a big deal out of it, And the most important thing about this like escape plan is not so much how you're gonna get out of there, because most of us probably will drive or get driven someplace, but mostly is having somebody who's on the same page as you, who's in on the plan, because they probably will be the ones who need to rescue you if you need to be rescued. Okay, and I have a bonus one for the end of the video, which is be proactive. If you really like Christmas and you really like the holidays and you like celebrating them, but now you have new limitations and new things that make it a bit harder to do things in a normal way and the way you used to, think outside the box. Make sure you are tailoring things to you. Find ways to make those events or those parties or activities more accessible to you. Think of ways that you can celebrate the holidays without it being too hard on your body and hard on your mind and hard on you. What I mean by this mostly is don't feel like just because you have a few new limitations and that there's a new thing that you need to be aware of, it doesn't stop you from doing anything. It just slows you down a little bit or makes you rethink the route to get there. It doesn't mean that you can't arrive at the same destination as everybody else. It just means that you have to take a different route. Make sure you are safe, make sure you look after yourself, and have fun. Before I go, I want to say thank you to you guys who follow me on Instagram and who always help me when I put out video questions or ideas that I need for videos or anything. I'm really thankful that you do that because it really helps me a lot. If you have any more festive video requests, make sure you leave them as soon as possible on either YouTube comments or my Instagram or my Twitter so that I know to do it and I can do it before Christmas is over. I think that's all of the things that I need to say. If you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that you did, don't forget to leave it a like and a comment like I just said, and consider subscribing to my channel because it would mean so much to me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!